Hey guys, it's Laura, Florida Patriot 71, and I know it's been a super long time since I've caught up with you guys in the FoogleFam, or YouTube in general. I haven't been doing any work on my channel, as you all well know. It was about this time last year I promised to do better and get more videos out, get more information out, and all that. Well, some things came to happen. I really kind of knew I was getting sick like around January. Please go lay down quickly. Around January or February, I was having a hard time. I knew it wasn't my normal just cigarette lung or whatever. So it kind of got progressively worse, and I tried to treat it at home. All of you guys know I have so many questions about the medical system. I so hate Big Pharma for everything they've done to everyone in this country along the way, in the name of science, and basically we're their guinea pigs. So I typically don't like to go to the doctor or hospital anyway, and then all the stuff happened with COVID, and you guys know I run a home-based business. Anybody that knows me knows I have a dog daycare and boarding business, and I absolutely love it, and excelled in it, and I found out there's like a ton of money to be made there right at home. So I guess it was about April. I got couch locked. I couldn't get up and do anything, and you guys know that's not me. I'm literally a busybody all the time. So then, April and May, I laid on the couch, tried to get better, self-medicated. I was taking antibiotics, and you guys knew I did a whole bunch of supplements, and unfortunately most of them were antiviral. I found out in June that I had a severe blood infection, and my doctor actually really wanted me to go to the hospital then, but I said, please, let's try something at home first because of COVID. And she did. She let me do a 10-day antibiotic, but at the end of that, she was like, there's no improvement. You have to go to the hospital. Like, you're gonna go into sepsis. Like, it's just that bad. The infection you have is just that bad. And so it wasn't just my lungs, it was my blood. So I went to the local hospital here, went in, and they said I had a blood infection, severe pneumonia, and that my right lung was leaking. So they didn't know what was causing the leak at the time because it was just so infected they couldn't see anything or do anything. So I was on antibiotics, IV antibiotics, with a midline or a port. My veins don't hold IVs at all. So it was 18 weeks of that. And about July, I think it was like July 1st or 2nd, I had been moved to Shands Hospital in Gainesville, which is excellent facility, and to the thoracic center. And the doctor came and he sat down, plopped down right in my room. Of course, I didn't have any family there. It was 3 hours away. My man had to work here and then come up on the weekends. So there was typically never anyone there with me when the doctor came in. And he just plops down matter of fact and says, yeah, you got lung cancer. So anybody else who's watched any of my videos knows I'm a heavy smoker, or was a heavy smoker, and have been for 35 years. This did not come as a shock to me. This was something that I think every smoker knows in the back of their head. Their ticket's gonna be punched, and that punch number is gonna be lungs. I mean, you kind of know that going in, or at least you do now. Maybe when I was a kid it was a little less, but even still then you knew it wasn't good for you. So things that are my own fault, I pretty much don't like pity for or help with. Just so happened though, my family came to the rescue. Like, as soon as I could have visitors at Shands, homes didn't allow visitors. I literally almost died there. So, but when I went to Shands, they allowed my husband to be there, or, he's my boyfriend, but we've been together long enough. He's my husband. And they allowed him to be there, and I immediately started getting better. So I had to wait until I was strong enough to have the surgery, because they couldn't just go in and remove my lung or half a lung. The way I was so light and everything. I was already skinny, lost so much weight. So please don't say you're so skinny. I fucking know I'm skinny. So anyway, long story short, September I wound up having the lobectomy. Things went south. I wasn't able to get off the respirator for a long time, and it was hell. And that's my line in the sand now on my do not resuscitate. That's my line in the sand. I can't do that. So pretty much I'm down for no surgery from here on out because I don't think I can come off the respirator on my own. So anyway, October, almost November, I came home. I was able to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas with my family. And my family has been amazing. You know, my dad, I don't know if I mentioned it before, I don't know, but my dad has a lot of money. And when we were kids, we would say we were rich, and my dad would say, no, I'm rich. So we were never a family that asked each other for money, asked each other for help, nothing like that. Well, my dad stepped up in August and started paying the house payment for me. And then, you know, my husband was working, but we had no second income. We had saved a good bit of money from the dogs, but it's just incredible how fast you go through it. One of you's down and out. And of course, our vehicle's really shitty, so he had to rent a car for every trip. And at first we were getting hotel rooms, then when he started staying in the room with me when it was a little less buzzer and ringer. But anyway, so I'm out and about and I'm feeling better. I'm getting up and around now, and I'm having more time in my day, and I don't have a lot to do anymore. Like, I always have my hands so full and so busy. So I was thinking today, I think I'm going to start reconnecting with my YouTube thinking. Oh, that's another thing I want to say. Don't say your hair looks like shit or why are you wearing a hat. I am allergic to anesthesia. So each time I had a procedure or went under, I have this weird reaction where my hair falls out. I mean, it grows back, but it falls out. And so my hair's gone, like literally gone. So please don't say things about my appearance. I know I look like shit. Yeah, that's the beginning of where they went, and then they all the way around and all the way around. So it's kind of funny too, because the surgeon, I have a breast dog, and my surgeon, the first thing he said to me, because he told me he might not be able to say the right implant, and I, you know, honestly, I was like, I don't give a shit what happens to the implant. That is not my concern right now. First thing he says to me is, I saved you right breasts. So he was so cute. But anyway, I had the best surgeon ever, and I am getting better. I'm feeling better. I was on oxygen for a good while. I do have pretty good COPD in the left lung, so that's why it's so hard, because I really had no good lung to fall back on, and it took a long time for my body to get in a rhythm again. So now I'm starting to feel better and have multiple good days in a row, and I want to spend my time more with you guys. And this whole video, this whole purpose was to say, I want to see what you guys want me to focus on, because there's a lot of things that I think people can do out of their homes and on the internet now and make money. And I think that a good business plan, or how you go into it, and the things that you look for going in are really important. And I kind of have a little bit of a, I've started 2 small businesses, and both were extremely successful. So I didn't know if maybe I could go through those steps with you guys, and that would help people. And of course, I'm going to comment on current events, you know, that kind of thing. But I thought maybe that would be kind of cool, or maybe be available for live streams where we can all get together during the day. I'm a repeat watcher for Marfoogle. I don't stay up late, and I go to bed early because my man gets up early, and I'm sick. So I get a lot of sleep now, which I think that's part of what drove me down, is I wasn't sleeping, eating well, I was working so hard. But anyway, so you guys tell me what you want me to focus on the most. I do want to say right here, there's a lot of people that were around when I started out. I know that a lot of people in the family don't know me now. I'm like one of the original, the first 28, and you know, like Jay Stone and West Virginia, Able Body, you know, there was a lot of people that started out with us, you know, as we grew. And I just wanted to say to all those people, Old Ryder, Granny, El Michelle, MG Toe, Trying to see. Oh, Ann Lynn Show, CJ Blaze, LCJC. Like, there's just so many people I want to say hi, and I love you guys. And I do try to follow everybody I can, watch everybody I can, like, of course, and all that. I usually set up a playlist in the morning, and then I just let it run all day. So it gives, anyway. So I just wanted to say that I would be flexible on what we do. I also thought if there was any things that you guys wanted as far as dog training or dog advice or whatever. I did keep one of my daycare dogs. Well, there was a lot of people that kept up with me when I was sick. But because I went down to 80 pounds, but I'm back up to about 95 now. But since I'm so late, I can't watch a lot of the bigger dogs, and I sure as heck can't try to hold them coming in or going outside. The parents have to bring them in for me now. I used to go out and kind of do a roadside service, keep the other dogs more calm, but I'm not able to do that now. The first dog I watched is a little teeny boxer, might be 35 pounds, 40 pounds, and I took a hold of her and she pulled me and I fell. I'm still really, a little sketchy. But my Weimaraner, which I think anybody know me know, this is not my favorite dog. But it's full-time. It adds that extra that we need to hopefully be able to pay our own house payment. So, and even if not, it's just a good extra for me. And he's here now. I'm actually boarding him right now, though. Can you see him over there? He's so cute. It's a Weimaraner. He's really well trained. But anyway, that's something else that I thought might be helpful. And, definitely the dog preparedness and the things that we should think about ahead of time. For our dogs is really important too. One big thing is how you're going to keep them quiet. That's really a tough one. But there's some medications and some things that I wanted to make you guys aware of that you might want to have on hand. So that's definitely something we can do and go over. And then for the dog stuff, we could actually do that on live streams where you could just ask me and then maybe I can just show you right there. A lot of it's really easy and basic, and you probably know a lot of this. But if anybody needs help with certain issues, I'd be glad to help you. And Jay Stone, if you see this, I have some artwork I need you to do for me. I'll hit you up, but I definitely am interested in getting you to do a couple things for me. I used to be really loud when I talked. I was super loud. And now I can't talk very loud, so I don't have enough air to push it. So I think that's one of the advantages. And I have to say, my cancer has had a lot of silver linings. It's brought my family and I a lot closer. It's made me realize what's really important and what isn't. And it's made me also a lot less interested in politics and what's going on the show stage with the little meat puppets, and more interested in what's going on spiritually. And a lot of what I've been doing is going back to the basics with that and just praising God every day. Every day that I woke up was a day I could fight for another day. And I still feel that way. Every day I wake up, I'm fighting for another day. And fighting to feel better every day. And that's one thing that's really been hard for me, is that I'll feel good, feel like shit. Feel good, feel like shit. It's like no real, and I can't figure out what the recipe is for feeling good. Like, what is it that helps me feel good? I can't seem to figure that out. So anyway, also, I was thinking any of you guys that have good, I have actually a really aggressive cancer. It's small cell, and it's stage 3. It went to my lymph nodes because I waited too long. So likelihood is, I think everybody when they get cancer probably thinks, likelihood is cancer is going to kill me. But the truth of the matter is, we never know. We never are guaranteed a darn thing about tomorrow. And he says to us, I think it's Matthew, it might be in a couple places, where he said, does a bird worry about having its feathers or finding food for its babies? No, because it knows I'm going to provide for them. And that's obviously not word for word, but I've really tried to get better about that. And I have some relationships that are really broken in my life, my oldest daughter is her dad, and it's just always been a tough relationship, but it's always been there, and now it's just not there. She's 30. In fact, I just had my 50th fucking birthday yesterday. Ugh, I can't even believe it. Like, I feel like yesterday I was 12. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you guys and say that I love you all, and to Marv and Dex and all the mods, I gotta be honest, you guys were my only touch with the outside world when I was laying in the ICU. You know, might even put my earbud in and put you guys on for me when I was on a respirator. So, I just want you to know, you pulled me through, man. You pulled me through, and I appreciate it. And for that few hours, I was able to take my mind off of the fact that I was on the respirator. That was a tough road, and I don't intend to spend a lot of time there. But anyway, Dex, the fam, you guys, you kept it moving for me, and I love you guys for that. And I gotta be honest, apart from my regular family, my FoogleFam is what I got. And I always know, like Vlad, oh my gosh, Vlad, I freaking love you and Orange Kitty. Her laugh is infectious. And I absolutely, you are always the first one, at least on my feed, and my notifications, you're always the first one for any real story or whatever that's breaking out. So I appreciate that, man. You seriously stay on your research, and you get up about as early as I do. Only I'm on the East Coast, so still a couple hours behind you. But I'm really happy for you and Orange Kitty too. I really am happy for you guys, and love you. I want to say one more thing. Then this person I don't think is in the Marfugo family, but kill the state, live free. Dude, I love your fucking work and your attitude, and I've watched you from the beginning when you started, and it's just always something that I mean, I'm not saying I agree with 100% of everything you say. I mean, nobody does. But honestly, pretty damn close. And you too turned me on to some stories and things I wouldn't have known about without you. And a lot of times the interaction I have on YouTube with you guys is the only interaction I have with another adult a day. I have to be honest, my spouse is a very quiet man. He doesn't talk a lot. And honestly, I'm not sure that he hears much. I think he tunes me out, which I would too, but just saying. So the only other adult human conversation I have is typically with you guys. And so I appreciate you being there for me, all of you. And I appreciate you putting out content, every one of you. And I hope all of you will continue. And I'll be there liking and sharing and doing everything I can. You know, one thing I do that I don't know if other people have this, but I have a couple YouTube accounts, you know, so sometimes what I do is I'll set a playlist up on one laptop and just let it play all day with the volume down so that it goes through all the commercials and everything. Now, I will say sometimes I miss a like in there because I'm not always right there at my laptop. I'm walking around doing whatever. So, but that's really cool to do too, to help other people. Like, if you can't, I mean, I know right now, you know, of course you guys know, the doctor bills are out the wazoo. Social Security has not done my claim. They said 90 days for the reconsideration. It's been 95. And there's no way that I don't deserve Social Security. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went from pumping to zero. So I don't know what the holdup is or what's happening with that, but hopefully it'll come. So I don't know where I was going with that. That's just regular old top brain. Now I'm legally medicated. Perks of lung cancer. You get to eat weed all the time. And no one cares. You know? Mom used to think I'm a pothead. Now she thinks I'm just eating the gummies because I have nausea. Which I do, and I am. And they are. But, kind of nice. It is a perk. I love you guys, and I know that light's getting bright back there. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. But I love you guys, and I'll see you soon, I hope. And leave comments down below about what you think I should do. Maybe a couple of, maybe a combination of things. But I love you all. See you soon. Bye.